It's time for Money Talk, brought to you by our friends at NuMark Credit Union. Today, we're going to be talking about buying a vehicle. That's a big decision, especially with prices where they are right now. So you better be prepared when you go in. And we're going to be talking to an expert on that in just a couple of moments. We do want to remind you that you can grow your money your way. NuMark Credit Union gives you flexibility with our Pick Your Term CD special. Earn 5% APY for terms of 3 to 6 months. How nice is that? Let them help you find a term that fits your needs. Call 815-729-3211. That's 815-729-3211, or visit a NuMark office near you today. Coming up at the end of the program, we're going to give away a $25 Visa gift card courtesy of our friends at NuMark Credit Union. Just be listening between now and the bottom of the hour, and we will say something that, well, we're going to say a lot of mind-blowing things, but something will become a question. I'll ask a question, and if you're the first correct caller on the Turk Furniture Studio line at 254-7300, you're going to get yourself a $25 Visa gift card just for paying attention. How cool is that? I'd like to say good morning to an assistant branch manager with NuMark Credit Union. Her name is Blanca Saavedra, and she joins us this morning on the Turk Furniture Studio line. Blanca, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Scott?
I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for coming on the program. We greatly appreciate it. So we're going to be talking about buying a car. We're going to have tips, factors to consider, just what the whole buying process and how to find the best deal, and then insurance as well, and a whole lot more. So everybody get comfortable, and we're going to learn a lot over the next couple of moments. Blanca, before we get into the cars, let's talk a little bit about you and your history with NuMark. How long have you been an assistant branch manager?
I've been an assistant branch manager about a year now. I've been with NuMark Credit Union for a little bit over 8 years now as well. I've been in the lending role for several years, I could say in the lending industry and with credit unions for 18 plus years now as well. So it's been something that I've always loved to do, for helping out in the community, helping our members, far as finding their needs in vehicles, consolidating their debt, and a lot of other fun stuff as well.
Great. So you have really risen through the ranks there. Then congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, it must be a good place to work, because there's a lot of people like you that started off doing one job and they've advanced on up the ladder, if you will. So
definitely.
Yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, so let's get into the topic du jour, auto purchasing tips. Let's start at the very beginning. What are things we can do to at least get ready when we start looking for a vehicle?
Well, there are a couple of tips. I can start off with one of the first tips would be is, you have to get ready, at least to get a pre-approval from your local financial institution. Mm-hmm. The second tip would be keep it simple at the dealership. Third tip would be don't buy any add-ons at the dealership. Fourth tip would be test drive the vehicle.
Oh yeah.
Don't get in the habit of you always want to test drive the car no matter what. Just take your time. The best thing is to also shop during the day. That way, you have, all this time, throughout the day, to find the perfect car that you want to get. Prepare yourself for repairs as well.
Prepare yourself for repairs. That makes sense. Yeah.
For the repairs. Prepare yourself also for the purchase. There's a lot of factors that come into play in that as well. And then the eighth item that I would throw in as a tip would understand the cost of owning a vehicle.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into that. There is, for sure. I want to kind of dig a little deeper on getting pre-approved. And this is a good idea, because a lot of people go in and they they finance from the automotive place where they buy the car from, which is fine. You can get, an automotive deal from GM or anyone else like that. But check out the rates, like, for example, at NuMark. So people can come in and see you and talk a little bit about the pre-approval process, Blanca, if you would, please.
So we would actually ask you, a series of questions like, what is your budget? What are you looking into as far as like, what is your affordable payment? So we try to, put you like in the spot where, what are you comfortable with? We just want to put you somewhere that, that you will be like over budget, So we want to be able to work with you when it comes to a monthly payment.
Right.
And which is very important. And then from there, as far as like the pre-approval process would be, knowing, what amount, if you want to start off at 15,000, 10,000, 20,000, whatever amount that you're looking into, we'll make sure that, we can fit you in what's best for you.
Right.
And, so that way, you'll be able to work within that amount.
Blanca, I have not purchased a car from you. I have my mortgage through NuMark Credit Union, so yes, I am a member. How are your rates? You guys are very competitive. I've heard that you are very competitive when it comes to your automotive rates also.
Or as in the mortgage rates?
No. Your automotive rates. You're very competitive in terms of your APY.
Rates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, we can be very competitive as well. We tend to be the lowest rates as well as anywhere around within the area, within the union here in Illinois. Some other places can be a little bit higher.
Right. Okay. All right. We are visiting this morning with Blanca Saavedra. She is an assistant branch manager at NuMark Credit Union. This is Money Talk, talking about buying a car today and what to do. Okay, so we got the tips to prepare for purchasing a car. Any other factors to consider?
The factors to consider would be, what I would say is like knowing the price.
Mm-hmm.
The price is one of the most important factors to consider when purchasing a car at the time, because usually the vehicles can range in different price. Other vehicles are worth their sticker price, while others can be more of a desirable price. The second tip would be like quality. On a new vehicle, the quality is very important to consider. Other factors can consider can be like the mileage expectations. How long is the vehicle expected to last?
Sure.
And is it considering, reliability?
Mm-hmm.
But like also gas mileage. And what is the safety rating?
Yep. Yeah, those are things that people don't usually look at. Blanca, they usually, ooh, that's pretty. Oh, I like the color.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a sunroof. Oh, it's a convertible. But there are other issues. And the last thing you want to do, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't think I am, last thing you want to do is be beholden to a car payment. Stay within your means. And that's that's a big thing about going into NuMark first and getting pre-approved, because you guys will look at all the different factors that go into, well, your debt to income ratio. You really want a $500 car payment right now, or wouldn't it be better to get a $280 car payment? Correct?
Yes, it's correct. So that's where everything goes into plan. Like as far as I consider, knowing what your budget is. What is your affordable payment. The other things to consider from there would be like knowing what your resale value, if you have a trade-in, for example, is another important factor. Like how much would the dealer be able to give you, for your trade?
Mm-hmm.
And then also the last thing that people really don't consider in is the maintenance,
Right.
how much how much would it cost as far as like to be able to maintain, depending, on a brand new vehicle. Of course, it can probably last you a little bit longer, but the longer that how long would it last you, if you purchase a used vehicle, depending on the mileage, you may probably have to consider in buying like an actual extended warranty on it, depending on it as well, because, usually the manufacturer's warranty might have probably had expired, or you may probably have to buy a powertrain on it.
Right. Yeah, no doubt about it. Okay, so let's talk about getting the best deal, because at the end of the day, as we mentioned, finances need to be considered, and you probably need to do your homework before you even start. I think that's been kind of a theme where you need to do some advanced work, find out a little bit about these vehicles, but also about the price. Maybe a good place to start would be the Kelley Blue Book value of a vehicle.
Yes. So a lot of this, you may probably have to look into it, either the KBB or either JD Powers, which was now taken over by NADA. If that's by, preparing yourself with knowing the information, before, knowing more about your dream car, that way you're already armed with that information before you go to the dealership. So that way you are already prepared to negotiate the price. Also, if you already found the vehicle, it's always important to maybe perhaps look at the website at the dealership. Maybe perhaps, their prices are lower on the website compared than what they're selling it for on the lot. Mm-hmm. Those are things that some, people out there may not know of. There's websites out there like TrueCar.com or, that you can actually go into, and then you can actually hold the amount of the price for you for X amount of days as well.
Right.
And, be prepared to negotiate the price.
Right. Absolutely. Blanca, let's get into insurance. This is an important part of things. Insurance protects your car if anything happens to it. So that's very, very important. You need to find someone who's going to get you the proper rates. Make sure you get enough insurance to cover yourself. The older you are, maybe the more assets you might have. You do need to have coverage. Very, very important. So make sure you get a hold of an insurance agent that you can trust. Now, how can we, speaking of protection, protect our vehicle loan?
As far as protecting your vehicle loan, it's always important to do your homework. If it's either to protect, finding insurance to protect, the full vehicle, if you're looking for an insurance company, far as protecting your vehicle in case of any type of, as far as like the loan itself, to see if they sell any type of like a protected payment. Far as like in case if anything were to happen to you if you're out of work or God forbid if you pass away, things like that. There's financial institutions out there that offer some a protected payment as well, which is the loan for itself, and then also there are extended warranties out there that cover the auto loan as well. So there's different types of insurances out there.
Right. Yep. There are many, many different types. Again, talk to an expert, talk to someone at NuMark. Okay, you've got to have a success story on how you help some members when it comes to buying a car.
Definitely. I have those all the time. There is one that I had recently. I had one where a member bought a car, like we'll say about a year ago. They had done their financing. They bought a car for one of their child that they're in college like a year ago. And the car was involved in a car accident like a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. Nothing happened to the college student. Everything was fine. A week later, the insurance company did declare the vehicle a loss. Luckily, the member purchased our gap. and at time of the vehicle of financing, their institution did not pay a certain part of the balance. So Gap, because they already had the Gap already financed at the time, Gap came in and actually paid the remaining of that balance.
Wow.
So the loan was paid for in full.
Nice.
The member at the time, they did submit a pre-approval for a new replacement for their kid in college.
Mm-hmm.
So a few weeks later, after they purchased the vehicle, they qualify for $1,000 cashback incentive that was applied to their principal balance on their new purchase here at NuMark. And they definitely added the Gap again on this new purchase as well.
Wow, that's great. Absolutely fantastic. Good stuff. Okay, how can someone get started with an auto loan at NuMark? What do they need to do to get started?
What I can say is call us today. We are more than happy to help you submit approval, refinance your car from another financial institution, or we're more than happy to be able to give you any type of feedback or any type of advice you have. Please don't hesitate to call any of our financial service representatives at NuMark Credit Union.
All right. Very, very cool. Well, Blanca Saavedra, thank you so much for coming on the program today. We really appreciate it. And we're going to give away a $25 gift card, so we will say goodbye. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, Blanca, take care. Bye-bye. 815-254-7300 is the Turk Furniture studio line. 815-254-7300. She mentioned multiple things you could do to prepare for purchasing a car. She also talked about factors to consider when purchasing a car. I'm going to ask you the simplest question on the planet. Can you get an auto loan at NuMark Credit Union? Yes or no? 815-254-7300. Again, 815-254-7300. That is the Turk Furniture studio line. First correct caller wins. Again, 815-254-7300. Hi, good morning. You're on WJOL Radio. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, it's Mary Beth Kinn. Do you still need that IG report?
Mary Beth, we're live on the radio right now. Please hang on the line. Thank you very much. I appreciate you calling. Hi, good morning. You're on WJOL Radio. Who's this?
Hi, this is Bill Potachnik.
Hello, Bill Potachnik. True or yes or no? Does NuMark finance automobiles?
True.
True. Are you sure?
Yes.
Good answer. Way to stick to your guns, Billy boy. You've got yourself a $25 Visa gift card, compliments of NuMark. How about that?
All right, great.
All right, congratulations. All you need to do is go to the NuMark at Six Corners right here by the radio station. Anytime afternoon today or over the next few days or weeks or whatever, just have your ID ready, show them your ID, and you'll get $25.
Oh, great. Thanks
All right.
so much,
Okay,
guys.
buddy. Thanks for the call. We appreciate it. And thanks for listening to another edition of Money Talk, brought to you by NuMark Credit Union. And don't forget, you can grow your money your way. NuMark Credit Union gives you flexibility with their Pick Your Term CD special. Earn 5% APY for terms of 3 to 6 months. Let them help you find a term that fits your needs. Call 815-729-3211 or visit a NuMark office near you today. NuMark Credit Union.